Welcome to episode 2 of our mini-series on the Endzone 2 early access. So today we're going to continue where we was up to the last time. We just got our base up, all in positive with the green arrows, and we was just going to take the vehicle just to go and have a search for some expeditions. So that's where we're up to at the moment. Okay, and we're into the game now. So let's select our car. And we want to go and have a search around this area. Now I do want to quickly visit my base because it's not showing me any more metrics. There it is. So we're currently in a negative on water, so we might need to deal with that first. So how are we doing on water? Negative 14 and negative 8 on food. We've got 3 spare people. So I can't do anything more with that, so we need a second jetty. Now jetties can be placed next to each other, but fishings can't. They need a bit of a gap between them. So you can put 2. If you have too many jetties too many of the fishing places close to each other, it cuts down on the production of the other one. So you do need to leave quite a bit of space. So we're going to put the other jetty there, and we do want to set up a road to it. So there is some builders coming up. We've currently got 2, and we're just going to put in an extra person. So that then should take us out of the negative, and we need to add an extra one on food. So we'll let this building get built first. Now we don't need to build anything else because we can just add that spare person straight onto fishing, and then that should put all our metrics back into the positive again. Okay, so the jetty's been built, and yes, we're back in +8, +13. Everything's in a positive, so I'm happy to go and do stuff with the vehicle. No, I'm not going to fall backwards. Okay, so we need to find out where the access points are of these. So we'll come and do that one in a second. Surely there's got to be something up here. Yeah, there you go. It's just resources. Now we are currently trying to get the 100 scrap so we can go and do the bridge, which we've got the 100 scrap now. We'll fill up the car, and as soon as the car is full, then we will go over and do that bridge. You can speed up the game as well, but while we're just doing a couple of things around here. Now I have got an expedition here, so we'll go into the expedition now, which is this building here.
Depot. We should take a look around inside. Maybe
So-
we'll find something useful we can take with us.
Okay, let him finish doing his talking. Okay, so if you press the space bar, it tells you items you can interact with. So we'll interact with our guys over here at the moment. So let's swing the camera around. Come on, dude. Ah, there you go. So the first item gave me 20% progress. So there's a good thing to say that I've got 5 items to interact with here to get the 100%.
I'll do it.
So again, I've got another 20%. So there's another. Again, this is a fairly small one. There's a bicycle there, and then there's probably something up the back here. I'm just looking around. There's a container at the front here, so we'll come down and have a look at this container. Okay, this container is now telling me I need a blowtorch. So until I find a blowtorch, I cannot 100% this expedition. So we know there's a bike around the side here. Again, I've got to get used to these camera controls.
On the road.
So send our guy over here. Let's spin the camera around. We'll find this bike.
I'll take a look.
So again, it's just some law. So basically, a bicycle, incredible There's got to be a way of fixing that where sometimes it'll bring up the messages, but it doesn't give you enough time to read it. Incredible even technology, the simple was widely used and very popular back then.
It worked.
If the roads out there have been kept in better shape, we could get around by just using muscle power too. This way we have to rely on vehicles. So again, it can get a little annoying, that can, when it's not giving you the chance to read everything. So there's got to be a couple of more things in here we can interact with. So let's move into the building here. Sometimes you can see items flash to say you can interact with them. And sometimes you need something like a ladder or a plank to get up to higher surfaces. Maybe it's inside this building. But we know there's one item there, so there's got to be two more items in this expedition to interact with. Now there is something there, which I think is a generator. Now I don't need that in here, but that's useful to take.
Will do.
And there's the other item. Okay, so we're up to 80%. We know we need a blowtorch to get to the next item. So there's nothing else we can do in here. We'll go back to the bus. Now, each of these mission items, you can have 4 mission items on you at any one time. Now, what's a good idea is to collect them, send them back to your base, and have one of every item at your base. So whenever you need them, you haven't got to go searching around trying to find which expedition you left the items at. Vaccine ampoules are going to become very, very useful when we start getting into certain diseases, but again, that's not going to be something right immediately, but it is very useful to pick up items that you can't currently farm. Okay, let's move down to this unit here. For some reason it's not... actually it's giving me the location there. Sometimes it's hard to pick up where you're supposed to be getting the information from. Okay, I can't pick up all the plastic bottles. Let's come over to here. No, that was that one I was picking it up from. So is there another expedition over here?
Let's go.
Or was this the same expedition for some reason? No, there's a second expedition here.
An old depot. We should take...
Okay, so let's go inside the building first. You will get used to him. There is quite a variety of expeditions, but you will get a lot of repeats. Again, that's not a terrible thing. It allows you to know what you're doing without having to keep trying to figure out the puzzle every time. Okay, I can interact with that bench. And again, this bloat is still in good condition. So again, really good because I need that at the other expedition up there. There's a barrel over this side here, which, if I remember right, there it is. I can move the camera on my mouse. I was trying to figure out that one instead of having to use the keyboard. So our guy has to come up onto the planks here. There it is. He had to move the planks out the way before he can get up. Okay, we're up to 57 already, so we're halfway through this, and let's see what other options. I've got a bottom support, a top support, and a plank. So I need to go and get that plank, which I think... Is it outside? There's a plank somewhere, so I need to get that plank there to continue on with the expedition inside.
I'll take this with me.
Okay, so let's move back inside. And again, you can see on here, you can see 2 flashing items. It means that's where you've got to interact with. And I have seen this one before, and I do know it gets you a plank to there to allow you to come over to this case here.
From here, maybe we can get to the
and you just click your hand symbol to put any of these items down. I know I need to get to there, and I'm nearly finished on this one.
Looks interesting.
So I would say there's one more item to find somewhere, which is that car there, which is now highlighted. So what I want to do is come back over here and I want to collect that plank. So make sure you're on this side and not the other side, otherwise you'll get stuck.
Let's go.
Now we have got a couple of knowledge points up here which are very, very useful.
I'll do it.
Okay, so there's some bricks, and that's my first 100% on a warehouse. So we can have 4 items, so we'll take all 4 items with us here, and then we'll take as many resources as we can. Now lead, again, it's not something I'm going to need immediately. I'd scrap I need for the bridge. I mean, I could theoretically leave... Yeah, I'll leave them. I'll take some of the resources I don't get access to very often. We are making cloth. We can get loads of scrap, so we'll leave that back. And we'll take the copper. Then we're going to go over to the bridge. Do that, and then we'll go back to... Did I collect? No, I forgot to take anything. So let's take the scrap out, because I've got 2... Actually, I've got 2 piles of scrap, so I don't need any of that. So we can take them too. We can take the cloth. Would I prefer food over wood? Yes. And then click end expect. And I can come back there. That's what I want to pick up. Then come back up to here. Because I'm doing here, I've just parked right next to it.
Take a look around inside. Maybe we'll find something useful we can take with us.
Now, sometimes where you park the bus can block you from getting to certain items.
These respirator masks are in good condition.
Scrap and respirators.
Use them for
and we got 100% on this one as well. And I think I did pick up an achievement as well. So what don't I need out of anything here? I think I'm going to dump the food off. Take the respirator masks and take them back to camp. We'll keep the masks and gloves on us until we're ready into a position where we're going to start needing them. And then end the expedition. Go back and see how things are going here. So we've got a couple of more people grow up. There's another 7 kids there because we've finally built them extra houses. Let's just zoom out a little bit. So let's just have a look how these buildings are running. So we're up to 150 fibres, so we're doing really good on the fibres. We could actually take one person out of the fibres and send a second person into the weaver. But again, that is going to have effect on our water. So we'll have to balance that out. We'll have to send one more person to water. And then we're just going to need to see where we are. We're still -9 on the water. Again, weavers do take a lot of water, so it's why I don't want to go and put too much into there at the moment. And I do want to try to get up to about 1,500 water and 1,500 food ready for droughts, because they can hit you big if you're not prepared, and we are playing on hard. So the fishery is max, so I am going to create a second fishery. Because again, fisheries are better for food. I don't know if it actually says on here. No, it just gives you build times. But yeah, the huts, the berry huts are good in droughts, but fisheries give you more overall when you're not in a drought. Now there is a timer up there. This is what we've got to pay attention to, is that little timer. So if it comes up, it says 2 times the amount, it means it's too close to something else. I can't put it over there. So this is not in the best position. That's too close. So my other fishery is going to have to go there, because I don't want it to be too close to the other ones. And while we're here, we'll build a path to there as well. And I'll put another water depot if I can actually remember where there was. Just having a look to see what I haven't done. We'll have a pay attention to how our forage is doing and how our woodcutter's doing, to see if I need to put a nursery up. Weaver's meals we've done. The next thing we'll be doing is a tailor's workshop. Now we are starting to lose fibres. We're losing the fibres because we took the people out there. Just to make the cloth, so that's fine. And we want to build a cistern up here. Now we have got a single person. We've got a few more growing up, so that's fine. Before we start worrying about... and because I built it on the road as well. We haven't got to build any more houses yet because we've still got some people growing up. So again, just paying attention. We've still got a turnover of tools. 14 on there. We do want to pump up the food a little more than that, really. Got 2 spare people. And again, if I pump up the fishery, it's going to use more tools, which means I have got to then build up more tools. So the tool maker, I will need another person in. So again, my tools are up to 1 a minute, so I'm in positives on everything. Scrap I'm losing a little bit, but we've got some coming back in the car once we've done the bridge. So let's go and have a look where our vehicle is. Okay.
This bridge is still halfway intact. Can we repair it?
Okay, come on,
On the
dude.
road.
There it is. And like I said, I think the next part is tools. It might be iron tools, which we're not up to there yet.
Now that the basic structure is in place, we need better tools and stable materials.
I left all the scrap behind, didn't I? I thought I left a stack of scrap on me. I didn't. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is leave the expedition, dump off this stuff, and we're just going to go and collect the scrap from our base. Now we should have an access point somewhere over here, didn't we? Because we built a second one. Or was it down the side here? It's down the side here. Yeah, so we'll select the vehicle.
I'm at the wheel.
And then bring the vehicle down to this point. And then we'll just pick up some scrap from here. Again, we know we needed scrap, so that was a silly thing to leave all that scrap behind. Again, base is going across. If anything, I need 1 more person on scrap. We have got a spare person, so while we're here. It is all about balancing your workers around. You can't just put work as one thing and expect it to be the same all the time. You do need to keep an eye on the more people you have, the more food and water you'll need, so then you'll have to rebalance everything around again. So we're going to put the cloth away, we'll put the copper away, we'll put the lead away, we'll keep the masks and gloves on us. We don't need the plastics, so those can go away. We'll keep the tools on us, and we can put the vaccines away. We don't need them at the moment. And what we're going to do need is, I think it was 100 scraps. I'm just going to be certain and take 150 with me because I forgot what it was it needed. It might actually show you in the expedition menu. No, it just says I need scrap. It doesn't tell you the amount, and I don't think there's a way. No, that's fine. So again, select the vehicle menu, bring the vehicle back here.
Where are we going?
Okay, I've got no missions at the moment. I've got no warnings for events. So again, it is quite chill, this game is, at the start. You can have multiple events happen back to back, which can change around. You are playing it on hard. Or I am playing it on hard, so again, that is to be expected, that multiple events can happen in such a short window, which you will have to react to.
This bridge is still halfway intact. Can we repair it? We
Yeah.
do.
Let's bring our dude up to here. Or in this case, it's a dudette.
Now that the basic structure is in place, we need better
And
tools
I was
and
right by
stable
saying it was
materials.
tools or iron tools.
It worked.
So again, I've gained another knowledge point, but there is still running up to 62, so there's still another 3 or 4 things we can collect here. So what we're going to do is we'll run across here.
Let's go.
And then we'll have a look. So there's 2 crates there. And there's got to be something else maybe at the other side I've missed.
Will do.
Yeah, so there's one more thing I've missed somewhere. Which I think I've just spotted. No, we've done that barrel. Ah, it's all the way back here.
I'm in.
And that will take me up to 100% on yet another one. And then when we've finished this expedition, yeah, the little dudette's coming back. When we finish this expedition, then we are going to start onto some research. We do need to try and find a swamp now, because the next major priority we need is medicine. And we are going to need a swamp to grow the herbs.
We'll pack it.
So again, we've got 100% at the top there. Let's click back to the car and let's take all the spare scrap with us. Oh, it's rubber. We take the rubber with us. We've still got a bit of scrap from what we took out of the base and a few bits we picked up here. Got some more tools, and again, we're doing okay. If we do have a disease or radiation risk, we have got some protection. So let's end the expedition, and there it is, a pop-up for 3 completed expeditions. Now let's have a look at our menu. Everything we've found so far, we've completed. Now, if I remember right, in this starting zone, there was 4... I'm pretty certain there was 4 zones in this starting zone. Well, we've only found 1 well, we found 2. Okay, so let's go down this way. Pretty certain we've done all these houses, but we'll just go down slowly. And while he's coming here, we'll quickly go into the research menu. So again, to unlock the research, you've got to unlock these barriers at the top, and then you can select anything from that tier then, which you will need the resources. So for this one, I need tools, I need scrap, I need wood, I need plastic, which we've got all those. And we have got a clay deposit in our base, so we can collect that. So let's start that up. It's going to take 5 minutes, which it does give me a timer at the top there, which is good. Did I forget to select? Yeah, again. Again, we're doing fairly good on confidence, and the state with 50-50. You can have events pop up which says we'll give you 10% or 20% happiness reward for completing this.
Let's go.
But we haven't had any of those up until this point. Now the tools are going down pretty fast, so I do need to quickly pop back before I do anything else. Well, there's nothing there, so let's send him down to the next space.
Let's go.
And then we need to try and get that tool situation sorted at the base. And find out what's going on, because we have built a couple of things, so we're probably using more tools than we put more people in the fisher, which is then using more tools. So we need to find our tool maker, which was somewhere around here, which is you there. He's currently making the maximum amount of tools he can, and he's already got the 2 boosts on as well. So if anything, we need to build a second workshop. We have a couple of people spare, so that is what we're going to need to do. So let's find the workshop. Now we currently don't have enough scrap to make it, but we will have scrap soon. I'm not too fussed about using this land here. I mean, ideally I wouldn't want to. Okay, can I fit? No, I can't flip it round. I can't put it there. I could just put it here. Would that be getting all the boost? It'll be getting the road boost. It'll be getting the boost from these two buildings here as well, so that's fine. And while I go into here, I need to add an extra person to tool makers. It's currently a master builder that's going to be coming over here in a second to do that, and that should get my tools boosted up a bit. Scrap is slowly going up because I've been building. It is using it.
Begin to swing hotter. A sharp increase in radiation is going to occur soon. We should start to get sufficient protective clothing ready.
Okay, now we have got protective clothing in the vehicle. I've kept it in there for that reason, for this pop-up. So it's saying it's going to last for 7 minutes, the toxic rain. So again, I need to get that vehicle back and dump that stuff off pretty soon. So that's fine. So again, you will see the radiation start to rise here. And we need to get that protection back. So let's go back to the vehicle. We've got the base back under control now. We're getting some tools, but I could do with more tools than that really, because they are used a lot, and the scrap is slowly going back up now as well. We will have to start looking at more houses soon. We've got 2 more kids to grow up, but we haven't got much of a spare population at the moment. And again, I'm deliberately not going over on the population, because if you go over too early, then you've got to increase your water and your food by a long amount very early into the game, and I don't want to do that immediately. So trucks around here, there's nothing at that one as we suggested. Let's move down to here. I think we cleared these out, but I'm just looking at my map here. There is a road over this way we haven't completed, so that's where we're going to be aiming for. If this vehicle is close to an access point, which I think is there, I think I'm just going to go and drop off those radiation items. So there's the carbon mask. Brick we'll be using soon. Iron tools, rubber gloves. That's fine. So let's bring him up to here. There's nothing at that building, so we know we need to get south from this road. So let's dump whatever you've got. And then again, let's top the scrap up there, which you did have in the truck. So we're nice and empty. Is there anything I want to put away? I mean, I want to put the plank away. You use the... And again, there is a menu here where all your mission items... That's all the mission items you can get. I haven't seen a rope at a building yet. From other people I've seen playing this who had early access to it. But axes I've seen more common used on a lot of things than others. And also you want to get your plant book, because that will allow you to get more crops, which we haven't got at the moment. So the main thing we were really looking for
On my way.
is we need to... Again, we've got some protection there, which will be going down. And you will see we've got the protection up here, so that's fine. I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, we just need to get more research points. That's nearly finished researching, so we can start on the next research. As soon as that's finished researching, we need to just run back to the base, and we need to get our clay production up to make bricks. There, brilliant. So there's nothing at this building, so let's move the vehicle down to there, and then let's go and sort that out at the base. Now our production's up here, so the first things we want to do is have a pay attention. We've still got quite a bit on the foragers up there. How's the wood one doing? He's more than good enough, and I'm pretty certain this scrap one down to the south here, which was, what's that, workshop? No, that one there, he's got loads and loads of scrap still to do there, so he's going to be tied up for quite a while. So next thing we want to build is we need to go into mining the clay pit. Now, as you can see, you need to build this so you've still got that in the clay resource in your area. So I'm just trying to figure out, I want to get it as far up So that is still getting it in, and I can get a road from where we've got down here. So that's fine. And then I can just extend this road up. Now, again, certain industries will have more pollution, so you want to keep them away from your houses. And also certain items will have chains. So this clay pit will also make bricks. Bricks will need the clay, so you want to put a brick building close to it as well. Then you want to put a depot close to it as well, because again, let's just the autosave do its thing. Again, I need it to be built before we can do anything. So I need this kid to be growing up to come over and build this, because we must be capped. So let's just have a look. My food's pretty high, so we can get rid of somebody. I'll get one out of the fishing and see if that doesn't kill my food. It does, but I'm still okay on food. -3 a minute. I've still got 600 food spare, so that's fine. I can live with that. And that releases one person to come and build this item up here, which I will set as your main priority. I think there's only one item to build. That is the fishing hut, isn't it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll move one fisher from here. If you're going to build a building, at least have one person in there. So he's doing 26 a minute. And these down here are doing 47. So again, it does look like there's diminishing returns. So having one person in there is better than no people. Now, water is going up, but not a major amount, because again, we're using the weaver. But the weaver has made a lot of cloth. I could take one out of the cloth. That would help out with the fibre, which is going down. So again, let's have a look at that, because we want to get somebody into that clay building. So if we take one person out of the weaver, go into the production cycles, and then I should be able to put it into the clay from here, even if it's not built. But I have got a few spare workers now. I've got 5 spare workers. So I want at least 3 people doing clay, because I need bricks for the next task. So I'm going to take that up to 4. Food is still going slightly down. But I could just... actually, yes. I'm going to put one more person in the foraging hut, because that's not going to need the tools. That's going to fix the negative foods. And then when we do get up to the cap, then I'll start laying it, drop back down, or drop another... Actually, we'll do that now. We'll drop another depot in. So we want another food depot. I want it... I can't put it there. And if I put it up here, it's going to go into where the food is, but I didn't really want that to happen. Can you turn this on the side? No, you can't. We'll put it up here. And then that spare... Oh, we haven't got a spare... that spare person's now become a builder. He's coming over to build this. That will allow our food to go a little higher. And again, we want to get up close to that 1500 amount. And that's what I've been trying to aim for.
Our fears have been confirmed. The radiation levels are rising sharply.
Okay, the radiation is starting to rise, but we've still got 10 masks. And we've got rubber gloves, so we do need to... which I should have done by now, really, is getting the tailor's workshop up. But the tailor's workshop, if I remember right, it needs... I think it needs carbon, or it needs coal, if I remember right. There's not enough room there, so he's going to have to go there. But what bonuses does it need? Depot in vicinity. Yeah, it needs to. I need to have a coal building near this. So let's build you. I need to build a coal kiln, which again, luckily, it fits right there, right next to it. So I need to again have a look at where I can reduce people from. So because we're using less in the builder down here, I need to get these masks built. I could probably get rid of one less. Yeah, that's fine. I'm still in a positive there. Again, it's just this balancing act at the moment. I've got a couple of builders, but we do need to get somebody crafting some more masks, because all the gloves have gone already and I've only got 8 masks left. I'd rather not get people die at the moment, because if they die, then I've got to build a graveyard which needs more people, and then you can start spiraling out of control. So I need 1 in the charcoal, then I need 1 in the tailor. So as soon as them master builders are done, those will go into them 2 buildings. Is there anything else I can reduce? I mean, I could take 1 out of the fibre. Which would be under clay gardeners. It's possibly under gardeners. So if we can take 1 out of there, that will go into the charcoal. And how are we doing with other stuff? Getting a bit of scrap up. We're getting quite a bit of plastic. But again, we are finding plastic quite often on expeditions. We're getting our tools up, but we do need to get them tools up because they're used in building. And I could probably get rid of somebody out of a weaver as well to get somebody into the tailor. Actually, I've only got 1 in the weaver. Still got a bit on. I think I'll drop 1 more out of the fibre. If I can, as long as it's not 0. No, gardeners there, salvagers. We'll take 1 out of salvagers just for the moment, just so we can get a tailor in. Oh no, we just had a person come for us, that's fine. So we're starting to make some masks now. So again, that will keep us in a positive. So the only thing we're losing at the moment is wood, because now we're using the wood down here in the charcoal building. I could do with another wood place down here, but again, this camp is really small for a starting base. So what we need to do is find another camp which is a bit bigger, where we can move some of this industry onto the other camp. Because you could have a camp which is just doing food, water, and say making coal into bricks, and then I can move all that out of this area, and then I can set up a transport link between the 2 areas. And again, that's where this game does start becoming very fun. Wood I'm losing still a bit. Food I'm gaining. I mean, water I could do with getting rid of 1 person out of water and then put them into wood. That will work for us. There's 1 in that jetty. We'll take 1 out of this jetty. Might lose a bit of water. Again, that's losing more than I want to, really. So I'm just seeing where else I can balance it. I could take 1 out of the plastic, but I think I've only got 1 person in the plastic. Which is, the plastic's around here somewhere. Recycler. I've got 2. So let's take 1 out of there. So we've got 1 in the plastic. That releases the builder. And then that builder is going to be building another set of houses so we can get our population back up. So I'm actually going to build 2 more houses. I don't think you actually need to build the road connections for the houses. I don't think it creates any bonuses, but again, it's just nice to have. Let's extend that path up to that one there, and then I could build another building there if I need to. Just making sure everything's connected up. All the buildings are here connected. That's connected. Those 2 are connected. Yeah, everything's connected up. And then the next thing we need to be doing is looking at our research, and then have we got enough resources? We have, so we can start researching the bricks. No, we need coal, so we need to produce more coal. How are we doing on coal? So let's put coal in that location. Is that coal? That's clay. You just want the things up here which are the most useful to you. So we need more people to be making coal, which is then going to make the wood go down even further. I think at the moment we'll stop where we are. Yeah, we'll stop where we are. I think... actually, that disaster's gone away now, so making the masks, we do need to keep a turnover, but it's not as dire as it once was. We've got a load of cloth, so we might just take somebody out of the cloth, depending on how many we've got making cloth. We've got one in the plantation, one in the weave, so we haven't got a lot in there. The cistern doesn't need anybody. The jetty, I think we've balanced the staff as best as we can. I am going to take one out of the jetty, I've decided, just so I can get somebody into the wood producer, because now we're doing coal and I need coal for the next research. That is going to be really important. I mean, ideally, because the coal's down here, I could do with really having the coal building. I should have built the coal building up the top there, or I need to build yeah, I should have built the coal building up here. But then again, it's that thing where coal needs cloth to make mass. Cloth needs the plantation. So again, you can't always get 100% efficiency on everything. Sometimes you have to make a distance between two items just to just because you're limited on space. Okay, so she's asking for a fire pit. I don't know if we've got the research for that yet. Yes, we have, and we can build it. So let's build there. Can we build it out the way? So yeah, we'll build it up there, and then I can probably build something else there. Okay, we'll just put it here for the moment, right next to the road, so I haven't got to build any more roads. And again, that just took another big hit to the wood. So I need some of these babies to grow up to get somebody else into the water producers. So again, I haven't got anybody there, but the next person to grow will go into water, and that will balance that out. And then the next person after that needs to go back into the plantation. Okay, and then that allows us to go back to the vehicle.
Engine running.
Okay, and then we was heading down this road here.
On it.
Awesome, we can tell the stories around the campfires, thank you very much. Okay, we've already cleared that one out, so we're coming down to this way here. Because if you have a look on the map, don't think we come down this end. That was just an entrance up until the camp. And we do need to try and find a swamp. That is my main priority at the moment, and expeditions for research. So I do want to have a quick go back to camp just to try and get my I'd like to have my bar stop at the top. Maybe there is a camp here, but it had no trees. But now we're in a position we might be able to make use of this. And this one had load of fertile soil. It had clay, so we could move the brick production out here if we really wanted to. Put up a tree plantation. I think that might be an expedition. Oh no, because it's on the top plateau. So there's my coal. Okay. So you can just go and click on the map. I forgot that. That's what I was trying to get, is my bar across the top. And then I want to go to where this vehicle is. There might be a way to get that bar to keep at the top. I'd rather it stop up there at all times. but I'll have to have a look in the settings after the episode.
On my way.
Try and get one more expedition done before we call it an episode. So we're still quite low on all. So for that I need 25 coal, which I still haven't got. So again, that's what we're aiming for at the moment, is trying to get the coal, but the coal is being used for masks.
New instructions?
So I do need to get a second person in that coal, which I might jump back in a second. Well, there is some resources here. Some more tools, some more plastic.
Let's go.
And again, sometimes these are really big. Sometimes I'll have 2 locations in there, and sometimes it'll only have 1. But it is a little tricky to sometimes tell. It was a good idea to come over here because there was a second location, which it didn't look like it was at the first. So let's send everything up to infinite and move them all over in one. That's some good resources.
All clear.
And then let's move our vehicle down to this side. There's another building there, so let's send that there. Let's just go back to the camp, see if I've got anybody to put into coal, because I do need to try and get this coal production, which was over here. Coal kill. I need a second person in here. Now that is going to affect my trees, so I need to try and get another person in the tree logger. And then we've got 8 people growing up. Those can become master builders or go into food or water, because again, we are in negatives, but not massive negatives. And we're up to 7 coal now, and our research does need, I think it was 25. So again, it's going to take us a little bit to get up to there. What is our coal at the moment? We're having 5 a minute, so about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, we should be able to get that up, but we are using them as well. 3.3 a minute, up to 25, so we need 17. So yeah, about 6 minutes time, we will have enough spare coal to go and do that research. Now I have got another spare person, so while we're at it, got 2 in that jetty. Got 2 in that jetty. Have we got 2 in this jetty? No. We'll put a second one in that jetty. And then the next person that grows up, I'll probably be putting back onto fish, which I think was at the top. I know that was the fish. That was the jetty. So we need another one on jetty. Okay. Let's select over to where our vehicle is. Okay. So we've got some more resources down here.
New instructions?
And I think because we're in the vicinity of our camp, that's why it's showing the bar across the top then. Okay, more wood, more plastic.
Got it.
Let's move to there. No, nothing's there. Let's move to there. Okay, I'm not going to moan at just resources, but like I said, I am ideally after the expeditions for the research points, because we're soon going to need, we're going to start hitting roadblocks where we need technology we haven't unlocked, and then we're going to be stuck behind a timer. Is there anything else in the research I can do while I'm waiting for that coal to get up? Well, I'm going to need the swamp unlocked. Can I do that now? Yeah, I'll do this for the next 5 minutes, then hopefully by the time this is finished, then I've got enough resources to then do that research there. Then I'll move over to huts, which is the next tier of housing, so I don't then have to build more housing. I can just upgrade them to get double the amount of people in each building I've got. So that's fine, and it also gives me the researcher at the top. Okay, so let's take all this. I've still got a few bits of spaces.
Where are we going?
So we're uncovering down this path here now.
All clear.
So there's a building here, so let's have a look at, is this one another resource? Yep, another resource. And let's just keep moving on.
Clear.
Now I can see the river down here, so I don't need to go off-road to go and have a search over. There's probably another bridge to get off the island. There's always 2 bridges to get off the area.
Let's go.
So we might come across it down this end, being as I've got one at the top there.
All clear.
Okay, some more units up here, so let's go to these. Another resource one. Again, this will help out in the camp.
Got it.
Is there anything else over here? No, it's just one building. So let's come to this one. Okay, more resources. And again, because we was running a bit low on wood, that wood's going to be really useful to us. And this looks like the other bridge, which I thought we was going to have on the map. Now, I think this one, because it's a lot bigger gap, I'm going to need a lot more high quality resources. So let's have a look around. Yeah, I can interact with the car. What else? It looks like I can interact with the pallet and the barrel. Now, because I got 11% on each one, it makes me think that there's 9 items to interact with. Here's 3, so it's going to be 6 more interactions. 3 of that's probably the bridge, and then there's probably 3 more items on the other side. So, is there anything else over here? No.
I'll take a look.
So let's have a look and see what this bridge needs and see if it's something we can do.
Small enough for us to
Needs iron. Now, we haven't got much iron, so that's not something we can do at the moment. So we'll just take the resources we've got. Some more gloves is good. We'll end the expedition for now. And then we'll get the moving on. And we're down the south of our map at this, around this massive area. Like I says, it wasn't ideal for a starting camp because it had no trees, especially on hard mode. But I can still make use of it. But I would rather my next camp had a swamp in there, because that is what I'm going to be needing. So again, this is a big building. Is there only one here, or is there 2? So what have I got? I do want to keep the wood. I'm not interested in the scrap. I would rather take 2 stacks of the plastic with me. So let's have a move around this side and see if there's a second one in here, or is it just the same one? Looks like it's just the same one. Okay. So let's move down to the next set of buildings. We'll see what's at this one. We'll go back to the camp to make sure everything's good, and then we'll call it. We'll send the truck back to the camp, and then we'll call it an episode on this one, because I don't want to have extremely long episodes. Okay, so we know we've come up to this corner here. So what I'm going to do is come back to the camp, and then I'm just going to select the vehicle to come back to this point here, and then we'll search south and make up to. We know we need to go towards the bridge anyway. We have got some iron in here, I think, because we collected some iron earlier, but I don't think we've got the 25 we need. We've got some copper down there. Just having a look at all the resources I've got. I got lead. No, I didn't get iron. I got lead, so that's fine. So let's send the vehicle
New instructions
to this point here. We'll get him offloaded, and then we just make sure the base is running smoothly. Everything's in the green, so that's what I wanted to see. 1 spare person. Again, I don't want to build any more houses. I want to do that research to go up. So I want this research to. We'll probably finish in the next episode on that one. And I've got 1 spare person. So how are we doing? So water's not doing great. So I'll send 1 more person into water. So there's 2 into that one. No, sorry, that's the fisher. So there's 4 in this jetty, and there's 4 in this jetty. Okay, we'll just send that one up to 5. There's no need to build another jetty while I've still got some spare people around. So that's going to take me up to 26. Food's doing pretty good. Wood, and then my coal's up to 25, which we did need for the next research. So that's perfect. I don't think I can put anybody else in the wood. And how are we doing with bricks? Don't know because it's not showing me on here. So let me just sort out. We want clay to be shown. Don't need iron tools to be shown. And we want bricks to be shown up there because those are the items we're making. Ah, no. We didn't do the brick one yet, did we? Because we wanted to do we got to do the research first. So we've got a good amount of... We've got bricks, what's going to be showing there. Rubber gloves, rubber. It'd be nice if you could extend this bar to double bars so you could have all the researches shown up there if that's something you prefer more than just having certain items. But having your most important ones up there. We're barely making masks, but we're keeping above the population, so that's fine. We've got 5 kids on the way. So hopefully this vehicle's back by now. Is he back? Oh, we've just finished up. Oh. Ah, perfect timing. So we'll empty all these resources out. And we've got some more gloves we just collected. So again, that's going to help out. But we're making masks now, so I'm not too worried about them being used. We're maxed on scrap. So we could probably get another person into the plastic again. Which, again, was it let me just double check. Wood and scrap in the workshop. But we did talk about making a second workshop, didn't we? Materials depots down there. And that's just using scrap. So we'll have a second one in plastic. We're still gaining 9. So we might need to get one person out of the scrap because we've got too many people. We've only got... Oh, we've got 2 in there. So we'll take that down to 1. Ah, I think the scrap might have actually won. Oh, no, it's... No, that was the material depot. Ah, the scrap's still getting rid of this here. Which has still got a lot of resources, over 300 resources into there. But again, we need to clear that out so we've got a bit more space for housing down here if we need it. But I think we've done great in that episode. We've got everything in the positive except for scrap. But again, we capped out on it, so that's why I'm letting it go down. We've got our water going pretty good. We've got our food going pretty good. So what I'll do is on the next episode, I'll build another food depot and probably another water. Try and cap them out at about 2,000. That should cover any droughts. We've just got our vehicle back, which we will send our vehicle back up to down to the bridge down the bottom here, and we'll continue working around that area to see what else we can get. Like I said, desperate after another expedition and to find an area with swampland. Those are the main 2 priorities for the next episode. But hopefully you've enjoyed this one. And if you can leave a like and comment and subscribe behind in the comments below, I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you very much.